I want to thank everybody for joining me for Commission Con 2. Thank you very much for showing up. The way this works is we each do, we're trying to bring the Artist Alley experience to people at home so that they can extend their Christmas shopping to all of our tables while we sit comfortably at home. First up, we have Russ Richards. Russ, can you give us a description of what people could find at your table?
I sure can. Cool. Well, let's get started. I'm going to pull up a little thing I put together. Cool. So as you can see, my name is Russ Richards of Russ Richards Art. And so I'm known for my hand-painted cells that I do. Here's a few pictures of the backside. It's been called just like kind of like pancake art. You paint everything in reverse. That's kind of what they look like there. Here's some of the completed works. So it gives it a really good depth, like a 3D depth or a view. So you can see there. And I can do a lot of really neat things with the paint. So like, for instance, Jessica Rabbit has a glitter dress. The Dinobot and the Fem Trooper both are painted with metallics, so they shine when certain lights hit them. And I can also do glow in the dark. So certain elements will glow, or the whole item can glow, stuff like that. So there's that one. I'm also known for my Ewoks. Not this particular Ewok, but these cute little fur balls. So yeah, so every year in October, I do what's called Ewoktober. And these are a few of the ones I did most recently and a few of the ones I've done in the past as well. Here's some of the colored versions I've done. And then I have available both book 1 and book 2. They're published, they're on Amazon Prime, but you can order them also through me. If you do order them through me, I will draw in the cover for you. So you have a special little Ewok in there for you. And then I do have book 3 and book 4 coming out early next year. So look for those. Hopefully book 3 will be out sometime in January. And then I'm hoping to hit book 4 sometime in June. So there's the preview covers at the bottom left there. I'm also do a lot of pop culture type stuff, anything from Disney to Pokemon, as you can see here. I have DC characters, I have Transformer characters, different things like that. And those are all prints that I have of my art. I also currently right now have 2 commission spots open for Christmas. If anybody's needing any work done or having any special projects they'd like to have done for their loved ones this Christmas season. So I have 2 spots available, but they are filling up quick. I mean, this week alone, at the beginning of the week, I had 10 spots. So 2 spots left. So if anybody's interested, definitely hit me up. One way you can reach me if you're interested, I'm on all social media platforms under the handle Russ Richards Art. I even just started a TikTok where you can actually watch me draw. So that's where some of the stuff I have there. Mainly right now, it's just my Ewoks that I've been drawing. But yeah, you can also DM me through any of the social medias found here. And then currently right now, I am running a sale on my Etsy with free shipping. If you plug in the code Ewok for life. And we're also doing, if you contact me, buy 2, get 1 free. And I'm also running a $20 off any of my hand-painted cells right now. So they're normally a large cell, 8x10 is normally 70. It's 50 right now. And my smaller 5x7s are normally 50. And those are right now 30. So, but yeah, thanks for your time. That's what I have. And I can show you, if you give me 1 second, I'll clear out of this and I can kind of show you what the cells look like in person. So as you can see here, they have a really cool shadow box effect. That's one of my Ninja Turtle ones that I've done. And then here is also a Batgirl one I've done. And then just real quick, so you can kind of see what the art looks like in the books. Here's a book here. You can kind of get an idea. fun little things that the Ewoks end up getting themselves into. They cross over with other characters, all kinds of fun little things. So yeah, make sure you hit me up this holiday season and get your Ewok book soon. And yeah, thanks for your time, guys.
Thanks,
real
Russ.
quick, shameful plug. I work for the North Pole down at the fairgrounds in Puyallup, and we're also doing Santa Tube. I work on the show for Santa Tube, and I'll be actually drawing with Santa hopefully here in the next week or so, and I'll post on my social media when I do that as well. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Russ, way to go. Way to keep it underneath 5 minutes with 14 seconds left to go. Thanks so much for showing us your stuff. Next up, we have Emmett Rise. Emmett, why don't you turn on your microphone and give us a presentation of what's at your table?
Hi, everybody. I'm Emmett Rise. I, along with my wife, own Breathe Toys. We make kink/BDSM toys and wearables. Mostly what we're known for is floggers. This is a series that we just finished. Normally, I don't make floggers that match. They're usually one-offs. But I decided since KinkFest, which is a con, didn't happen last year, and they still had the buttons for KinkFest, which is right there. That's what the button would have looked like if they had an actual convention. I was able to acquire a bunch of these, and we made a limited series of floggers. They're all numbered, as you can tell from this series. There's numbered. This is number 4. These are all Italian leather, very soft, very nice, very high quality toy. Here's some samples of other things that I've made. Very large, very heavy cowhide flogger. My wife also hand dyes leather for us, so we come up with rainbow and various themes for a hand dyed flogger, like this one. This one is a hand dyed flogger. She painted/dyed all the leather for these next 3 floggers. That one. This one we call a unicorn flogger. This is actually, no, sorry, this is a trans flag flogger. It's based on the trans flag. This last hand-dyed flogger has the feature of loops at the end, which changes how it feels.
The fan. Turn off the fan.
All hand-dyed, like I said. I will be right back in 1 second.
We're gonna turn off the fan. There was somebody said the ambient noise was pulling the camera. There we go.
Other Impact toys, we have a series that we call the Bastard series, which is based on this particular toy, which is almost 3 feet of very heavy Latigo leather with 6 different straps included in one piece. Moderately mean. This one, which is actually a smaller version of that one, is actually meaner than its big brother. That's why it's called the Little Bastard. This one is a shortened version called the Mini Meanie. Very thuddy, very nice toy, very comfortable in your hands. This one is one of our most popular toys. This one's called the Dad's Belt. Stepped ends. This one you get 2 different sensations. If you use it one direction, it feels like a belt. If you use it the other direction, it feels like a little flogger. And it also does this cool little sound thing that I'll sell them, and I'll see people walking around the party just flipping them back and forth because they like the way they sound. I do restraints. This is an adjustable restraint. No buckles. Comes off very easily. Very secure. Just started making little keychain floggers. I also do 1-button bracelets, which is what this is. I've been wearing this one. I made this one about 3 months ago, and it still looks great. It's comfortable. Doesn't come off. Also do collars, other bracelets. Let's see here. These are variations on what's called a dragon's tail. So this one is a full-size dragon's tail with a full handle. Very, very not nice. It can be used nicely, and it can be used not nicely. And then I make a smaller version, which is called a pocket tail, which same basic concept. Not nice. Can be not nice if you actually know what you're doing. But the nice thing about this is that it will roll up to fit in a pocket so that you can take it just about anywhere with you. Let's see, what else do we have here? I make a few vegan toys. no animal products at all. This one is called the Mean Vegan. It's basically a rubber flogger. Comfortable in your hand, not too huge. This toy, this one is not completed and gets a wrap. This one is called Mean Through Jeans because despite its size, it actually is very heavy and it leaves quite an impression.
You have 30 seconds left.
Thank you. The other toy that I make that's also vegan is called a Stinger. This is just a carbon fiber rod, but it's very cute. It's very attractive. My wife actually told me to make them pretty, so I made them pretty. They make great hair sticks. So if you have hair that you like to put up, they make great hair sticks. Buy two. They work perfect. But this is also the meanest toy that you're going to find anywhere. Right here. Bend it back, snap it down, and it's
Thank
not
you,
nice.
Emmett.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And everybody, you're going to be able to see your links in the description to the video. Next up, we have Stan Yan.
All right, let me share my screen real fast here. So at most conventions, you'll see as you walk by, my booth assistant, Stacy, would ask you if you'd like to be drawn as a zombie or My Little Pony. I do zombie and My Little Pony caricatures. Now, being so close to Christmas, I don't have a whole lot of slots left. And probably the best way to get something drawn would be to pick the digital selection, because then I can just email you the image file, and then you take care of printing it on your side. But if you click on any of these things, which you can find at zombicatures.com, you can kind of take a look at, what samples of what my artwork might look like in the different things that you might be selecting. So, and then I also have, like, if you scroll down to the bottom of most of these, I have blank sketch covers for comics that you could have me draw them on as well. But again, delivery by Christmas, depending on where you are, might be a little bit questionable. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of backlog because I ended up with COVID and was not able to work for a couple of weeks. So but here's some examples of some of the ponies that I've done. And most of these are kind of crossovers that you'll see here. But here's a few that I've done for customers as well. And and one of the other things that I could deliver almost immediately is, just before I forget, when you get a zombie caricature, you will, if you have one shipped to you, I will also ship you a copy of a comic book I wrote and illustrated for, at that time they were called Blue Water Productions, but let me see here, let me get to the store. So Vincent Price Presents Zombicatures is a story about me doing zombie characters of people at a comic book convention. So you kind of become a part of the story. And so, like, my whole booth is kind of built around the zombie thing. And a few years ago, my 3-year-old son was afraid to come down to my basement studio because of all of the zombies that I had hanging up, which inspired me to write my zombie children's book. There's a Zombie in the Basement, which you can get directly to at there's a zombieinthebasement.com. And I have a limited amount of them here, but you can also purchase them on Amazon or bookshop.com and various different places online. So if you've got the like free 2-day shipping, you can get it there, but I won't be able to sign it. But if you order it directly from my website, I can sign it and do a quick sketch in it. And unless you're outside of the country, I should be able to get it to you, because I ship these via 2-day flat rate mailers through a US post office. So I should be able to get them to you for maybe another week or a week and a half or so, and they'll be there in time for Christmas. And then if anyone out there is watching this that is a publisher, if you click on my projects, you can see some of the upcoming projects that I'm working on that are looking for publishers right now. One of which actually borrows characters from my Zombie in the Basement book. So my zombie girl from that book is the main character in this Salem Charter Academy middle grade graphic novel story. So, oh, and then I'm working on the Evil Twins, which are other characters from that book too. So anyway, I think that's it. Again, it's zombicatures.com.
Thank you, Stan. You had nearly a full minute left. So we are keeping right and tight on schedule. Next up, we have John Lustig. John, why don't you take yourself, turn on your microphone and tell us what you all about Last Kiss.
Okay. Kind of took me off guard. I thought I was coming in a little later, but my name's John Lustig. I've been doing comics since Noah was around, the Ark's around. I'm going to do something a little different. I'll show you all the stuff I'm not going to sell you. I have tote bags and some of these things I've manufactured myself. Some of them I've licensed. I've got coasters and fridge magnets and so forth. These things will all be up in about a month, but or so, but I didn't want to miss out on doing this, so I'm just going with what I have online right now. So I will be doing, I'll get into that in just a minute, but I want to tell people a little bit about myself. I started, let's see, I've been doing comics, let's see, since the 70s. Did my first comic was a Daffy Duck story, of all things, for Gold Key Comics. Then I've done, I've done so many things. I've done comics, I've written stories for Marvel. Did something really unusual called Eek the Cat way back when. I've created merchandise for Marvel, but the two things that people, excuse me, for Dark Horse. Two things that most people know me from are either my Disney comics or my Last Kiss work. And I've done a lot of comics for Disney. A lot of the early ones with Bill Van Horn, and I did DuckTales, the movie adaptation, again way back when. I even got a chance to collaborate with Carl Barks, if you know Disney Comics. He created a synopsis, and then we went kind of back and forth, and I developed a script from that. And after Carl died, I created, I finished some of his scripts and developed some of his plots into full scripts. And let's see, what else? Well, let's go straight into Last Kiss. I'm going to do a screen share, if I can, if that'll work. Oh, that is, let's see. Okay, it's not going to let me get into, oh, here we go. Okay, good. Think? Come on. Okay. Oh, and I did something called Ultramaniac for Viz and so forth. But okay, let's go into, let's see, how do I go to different, how do I get back? I wanted to share some things on my, okay, stop screen share. Let me try one more thing.
You have
How
30
much time do I
seconds,
have?
John. 30 seconds.
How?
30
30
seconds.
Oh, crap. Okay. Go to my merchandise page, which is on my site. The main, there's no, excuse me, there's greeting cards and other stuff. But the main thing I'd like to offer people is the chance to sign up for my mailing list, where I have my Last Kiss comics. I send out several times a week. And I didn't even get into what Last Kiss is, so.
Thank you so much, John. I love your Last Kiss comics. I'm a big fan. Have lots of your merchandise here at home.
Thank you.
Next up, we have, let's see, who do I have next up? Roberta Gregory. Roberta, turn on your microphone and tell us all about Bitchy Bitch and everything else you've been working on.
Okay, well, I've been doing comics like forever. I mean, forever. I mean, ever since I was a little kid. And I've got a website, robertagregory.com, which is really easy because that's my name. And it hasn't changed in about 6 years because it's this god-awful old software, iWeb, that I can't really do much with. But you can see my work, and the Buy Roberta's Books page still works. I just got an order for every available naughty bits from somebody just a week ago, so you can still order things. But on the other hand, like I say, I've been doing comics forever. I've got piles of stuff I'd like to get reprinted at some point that most people haven't seen because it was all done in the 70s and early 80s and such, before the internet. And Bitchy Bitch, that's my character from my Fantagraphics comic. It was 40 issues from, actually next year is the 30th anniversary. So I've started talking with Fantagraphics about maybe a Bitchy anniversary book or something. And let's see, some of those books are still available. You can still get the comics. And here's like one of the collections. I've still got quite a few of these. Bitchy's College Days, those are on the website. And I'm actually doing a Bitchy Bitch story for an anthology. There's an anthology about, I've been doing tons and tons of like writing. I've got a big writing project I've been working on for the last couple of years. So I'm not doing as many comics, but working on a bitchy story for a comic about climate change. And the fun thing, I've got True Cat Tunes, which are people's true cat stories, and a lot of mine that I've illustrated. And it's not really listed anywhere on my website, but like for $20, you can order one and I will do a drawing of your kitty in it. Nice little color pencil portrait of whatever kitty you want to have honored, or for the person you want to buy it for. So that's probably my sort of holiday special thing. Let's see, I think about postage has gone up since the 6 years since my website, put my website up. So maybe $20 for the book, but contact me. There's ways to contact me. So anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, it's easy. I mean, you can go through the website or the email address that I think is going to be posted. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing, and I'm still doing it.
Thank you, Roberta. You came in under a minute.
Oh, good.
Nice job.
Under a minute. Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness.
But feel free to turn your microphone off as we turn the reins over to Shen. Shen, you're up next.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Is it working, Mark? Okay. This is my first time doing Zoom, so bear with me. I was doing cons in Washington State. That's where I met Mark. And I do fantasy graphic novel work. I have a graphic novel that I have just launched on Kickstarter 2 days ago. And I spent 7 years drawing it. And this is it. It's 170 pages. And it took me, just the hands-on work, I'd say it took me over 5,000 hours at least. But in reality, it's probably closer to 10,000 hours. It's a lot. So here's a page. You can see sort of the ink work. And that's hand inked. I hand pencil and I hand ink everything. So it can take me anywhere from 15 to 20 hours to do a page at least, just the hands-on work. Here is, I'm going to do a screen share. Is that working?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, hold on.
Go down to the green button.
Oh, it says share.
Oh,
Is that working?
yes, that's working.
Okay, there's a character from my book. These are standalone paintings I did to promote the book, watercolor paintings. This is Mother Mushrooms. She is a character from the book. This is Mr. Viridian. He's a character from the book. And that painting here was actually a Kickstarter reward that I had up for $1,500, and it just sold this morning. And this is GMOs. It is a character from the book. It's not exactly the villain, but it's one of the characters. So these were all watercolor paintings, and I've actually sold all 3 now. But here's the Kickstarter. It's called The Psychedelic Singularity. And it's got a nice little video. I won't play it, but it's got a nice little video my friend set up for me. We're doing pretty good for the first, for it just being the first 3 days. But we've got a long ways to go. And I don't know if anyone's done a Kickstarter project, but it's quite the undertaking. And I have a $12,000 goal, but that's just to get the basic money to print. And I'd like to go beyond that if I can, because I need food. Well, I'm going to be doing this over the next, it should take me till November of next year. And I live very simply and plain, but I still need to eat food. So as much of a trouble as that is sometimes, but it has to be done. So they tell me. But yes, I really put in the work. I wanted to get this book finished. I didn't want to leave people in the lurch. I wanted to have it all done so that when I launched the Kickstarter, it was good to go. So I'd appreciate anyone who wants to check it out. It was chosen by Kickstarter as one of the projects we love. So projects they love. So it got a badge and a special button, and it's on under graphic novels and comics. It should be right near the top of graphic novels on the Kickstarter page. And also can just search for the Psychedelic Singularity on Google, and it's the top result. No one has named anything that before, so it makes it very simple for me.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Shen. I'm really looking forward to getting my copy. I think I was one of the first people to sign up on your Kickstarter.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So if you'll mute your microphone, the next person up is Sarah. Oh, Shen, if you could turn off your screen share. Sarah. Ari.
Hi there, sorry about that. Having some trouble with my getting back to the Zoom and slideshow and everything. But hi, I'm Sarah. I'm an illustrator. I do children's book illustrations and really just anything cute, pretty much, is my brand. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay. Can you all, no, you can't see that yet. Can you all see that? Can everyone see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. If you need to go to someone else while I figure that out, I'd be fine with that.
Oh, you were sharing a moment and then it went away. Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sarah, if you would be so kind as to mute your microphone. Next up, we have Katie Cord. You gotta turn on your microphone, Katie.
Hello. Oh, did I just turn it off? Can everyone see me? Hello? Hi.
We can hear you.
Oh, great. Awesome. I'm Katie Cord. I have been known in the past for having a publishing company called Evil Girlfriend Media, which is no longer in business. And I am just being the evil girlfriend that I always originally wanted to be, which was an artist and a writer. So I've written 2 books. One is a short story collection called He Left Her at the Altar, She Left Him to the Zombies. And then a young adult novel called Maxine. I also have a short story collection, hopefully coming out in the next year, called Bizarre Stories for Proper Ladies. And I'm now working on art with encouragement of a lot of really cool people. I used to do art a long time ago and got back into it. And so I draw unicorns and I draw a lot of hateful sayings, just to kind of let my art appeals to people who have things on their mind, but they can't say it. Like, oh, sure, sorry. So one of the things that I'm doing is a tarot card series. I'm working currently on the Major Arcana. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I have these on Etsy as prints. I also have the originals. I currently have a pug on Etsy that is shooting laser beams out of its eyes, and that is actually the Sun card. And this is my version of the Death card. And then, so I'm still working on it. Hopefully, I would like to do 12 cards this year. I'm still learning as an artist. So I'm slow going. And then I have multitudes of prints of my unicorn pictures. One of my pictures that a lot of people that I've sold, sorry guys, that I've sold a lot of copies of is my Hellraiser unicorn. And it says, "Don't be a prick." So yeah, I've probably sold about 150 copies of this, but mostly at conventions. I'm still learning all this cool technology stuff you guys are doing where your art looks amazing on the computer screen, so people want to buy it. And it looks like you're at a convention. So I'm really missing conventions. I feel like I would have grown a lot and sold things this year, but I like fun, cute, weird. Currently working on a couple wolffish pictures. For some reason, I'm just really fascinated with wolffish. You can find out how to get art from me by going to katiecord.com. I also have a Etsy shop that's Evil Girlfriend Media. I'm hoping to relaunch Evil Girlfriend Media as I wanted it to be in the first place, which was a place for me to sell my art and express myself. So I would love to hear from anyone. If you message me, I'm also interested in finding pets to inspire the tarot cards. I have 2 pugs that have inspired cards. I would love to get some other cats, dogs, maybe even a sugar glider in there. But I love using other people's animals because it seems to really please them. So that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. You came in under 2 minutes. I mean, what, 2 minutes left to go? Very nice. Which means it's all the more to turn over to Tim, since he's right there. Tim, why don't you tell us all about your books? But you'll have to turn on your microphone first because she turned it off on you.
There we go. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas from a dinosaur shooting laser out of its mouth or something. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm Timothy W. Long. I'm the author of 24 novels. I'm going to attempt to put my new cover on the screen. Bear with me because how do I share my screen? Share screen, share screen. Where is it? Share screen. There we go. Is that showing? Excellent. So my newest book is called Forged in the Fires of Heaven. It's my first release in 2 years. The quick pitch is aliens just abducted a squad of Marines. Big mistake. And that just came out. It's on Amazon right now for $3.99. I also have, so I write a lot of serious military stuff and it doesn't sell very well at conventions. That's why I'm kind of glossing over it. But you know what does sell really well at conventions is stuff like the Zombie Wilson Diaries. Let me stop sharing my screen. So this sells really well at conventions. It's about a guy stuck on a deserted island with a hot zombie girl. Damaged, a heavy metal horror book that I wrote with my friend Tim Markwitz. It's about a band that sells their soul to the devil, and they become bigger than, like Metallica opens for them. And as the years go by and they make more and more money, it turns out that the devil is sending them, well, one of his representatives is sending them notes that say, hey, you have to do a certain amount of sacrifices each month, and if you don't, you guys are going to be in a lot of trouble. Another fun book. This one does really well at conventions for some reason. It's called The Apocalypse and Satan's Glory Hole. And it's a book, I like the look on faces. So I love to break this book out and say, this is a very fun book about the end of the world gone horribly right or horribly wrong. This has been out for almost 10 years and it's probably the best-selling book that I bring to conventions. And then for the more serious, I've got a zombie head stomper right here called The Zeras, and it's book 1, 2, and 3. And this is about, I don't know, 650 pages of nonstop zombie mayhem set in San Francisco, or no, San Diego, at the outbreak of a zombie apocalypse. I mainly write a lot of zombie books, so. And here's something that you will not see, except for here. It's a copy of my very first book with the original cover and the original horrible editing before I got picked up by I had a agent and a publisher for a short amount of time before I went full indie. So who has that book? Oh, Mark, you're a good man. So yeah, Mark's going to provide the links. Normally I just like to talk to people at cons and show off my books, but I do have 12 or 13 audiobooks out if you like audiobooks. And if you look on if anyone looks on the contact thing, you can shoot me an email, stupidzombies@gmail.com. If you would like a free audiobook, I will send you one. So just let me know, stupidzombies@gmail.com. And yeah, I was going to break out more books, but I think that's good. How many minutes did I come under?
You still have a minute to go.
I can't juggle.
Nice job. Very nice job. And yes, the descriptions or contact information and names of all the artists in Commission Con, if you go down below and click on the description of this YouTube video, all our links will be there for our stores, our Kickstarters, and our websites if you want to follow us. Sarah, are you ready to come back up and present?
I am ready. I'm sorry about that before. So again, just real quick, for those of you who didn't see, I'm Sarah. I'm a children's illustrator / illustrator of anything that's cute and fun and whimsical. So not just limited to children's books, but just anything fun, pretty much. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you all see it? Okay, so so this is me in cartoon form as a pirate, and I have a Redbubble shop that you can visit. You can just search my name here, Sarah Nettuno, or type this whole long thing in if you want. But I have a lot of my cute, fun illustrations, and you can buy it on all sorts of stuff, like an art print here, coasters. You can also follow me on Instagram here at Nettuno Illustrations or Twitter at Nettuno Illu. And then just some more examples of the kind of work I do. You can get pillows, tote bags, whatever you want. There's so many things, phone cases, mugs, and this type of cup, whatever that's called. You can get buttons and yeah, just all sorts of things. So just a lot of examples of that, pretty much all at my Redbubble shop at Sarah Nettuno. You can, I'm also running the biggest sale I've ever ran before right now. And so this is for any commissioned art piece. It can be like for children's book, editorial, personal project, anything, pet portrait, whatever it is. I can do many different things, but the sale is running through the end of December and it will end on New Year's Day. So if you want to take advantage of that sale, you can just contact me. You can go to my website, through my Instagram, anything you want, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that was under 5 minutes. It was pretty short, but thank you so much. Were you all able to hear that?
Yes, we were able to hear all of that. And you had under 2.5 minutes. Nice job. Next, so if you can mute your microphone, the next person up is Stan. Microphone, Stan.
I'm not so good at this technology thing. What can I say? Hey, everybody, I'm Stan. And let's see, let's start screen sharing a little here. Great. If folks can see that, then I will go. Great. All right, so hey, yeah, I'm Stan. I'm a cartoonist, writer, and game designer. Done a lot of work, mostly in the hobby games era, doing a lot of work on Dungeons and Dragons, and written a couple of novels for them and such. But I've also been a freelancer for like the last 40 years. I just don't do a good enough job promoting that. So one thing I don't have that everyone else does seem to have is a good online store. Not doing so good at that. But I do lots of interesting things. I do comics. So an example from a comic I did for a while called 10 by 10 Toons. I do caricatures, and I'm going to have a way for people to start letting me do caricatures for them sometime soon. I do greeting cards. This is my Christmas card from last year. And I've done a couple of children's books. It's a cover from one I did a few years ago called The Littlest Shugga. But right now, what I'm working on is a collection of some comics that I did this year. The collection is called This Isn't Funny. It's cartoons I've been calling my shelter-in-place comics. They mostly had to do with the pandemic, though all the other craziness of 2020 has leaked in there as well. There have been comics about Trump and about the protests and the Black Lives Matter movement, all different kinds of things. Anyway, this collection is the first 50 comics. It is currently running on Kickstarter. In fact, this little meeting here is very well timed because we are in the last 48 hours of my Kickstarter. It has succeeded in meeting its goal and then 4 or 5 times over that. I'm trying to wrap up strong, see if I can't get a few extra stretch goals in as we do. These are all examples of some of the comics that are in the book itself. Yeah, that's my big thing that I'm here to talk about is the Kickstarter. Say it's the first 50 comics in the series, and the Kickstarter will run until the end of the tomorrow evening, around 6 p.m. tomorrow Pacific time. Still a chance to get in and join us, and if not, keep looking for me. As I say, I'm on Instagram. It's probably the best way to find me right now, or Facebook is pretty good too. And I'm doing new comics still at least 2 or 3 times a week. They've been pretty regular during the Kickstarter. That'll probably slough off a bit as we get farther into December, as I've got other things to do. You can contact me directly. I've got my email up there. You can contact me if you'd be interested in hiring me to do some illustrations for you or do caricatures. I say I take on commissions regularly. I just don't have a good storefront for you to go to. Pop back over here, and you can see that I can show you the covers of the book. This is a sample of what the book itself is going to look like, which is a pretty good sign that I'm going to really get it printed when it's done. Here also is a copy of The Little Lustig. It was a hardcover that I did a few years back, full color throughout. And beyond that, I think I've come in under my 5 minutes by a good deal, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't run long because I tend to talk too much. How am I doing, Mark?
You have 40 seconds left.
40 seconds. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to kick back and enjoy my 40 seconds. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for joining in. And I'm looking at all this great stuff everyone else is producing, and I'm very excited about backing some of that.
Thank you very much, Stan. I got your book, The Little Lustig, and a variety of your stickers as well. Next up, we have Silver. Silver, are you there?
Okay, can you see the
Yes, we can see your screen share.
Hi, I'm skellyfriends.exe, and my store is the home of the cute queer skeletons. And I'm your local disabled queer skeleton lover. And so, we got, oh, come on, there we go. We have some of the normal prints, some original artwork, and fan art, and then some, fun skeletons, You got the skeleton that's just wonderfully rude. It says the F word underneath this. And then, a skeleton needing his spoons, if you know spoon theory, and some much more full-colored drawings based off of Magia record. And so I sell 4x6 prints just for $3, 11x10 for $10. But I also have some more physical goods. Like I have a fan I just recently got printed with a radical skeleton in space, and it says accessibility is cool in old word art, and some 3-inch vinyl stickers of that little pretty skull, and then also a skeleton that's encouraging you to be gay and do crime. I also have a few handmade necklaces. The one that's in this picture, it's peacock ore in a little bell jar on an 18-inch nylon cord. And with jewelry, I always try to make it as nickel-free as possible. But yeah, for the fans are $15, the stickers are $3, and this necklace is $20, but the most of them I have are like 10, 15. And I also have my Patreon, so you get $15 off, or 15% off my store and sneak peeks, so you can see works in progress. These are 2 pictures I'm working on right now. For $3, you become a bone buddy, and you get 1 random 4x6 print each month. And it's not just what's in the store, but it's like whatever I have on my Redbubble or whatever. For $5 a month, you become a Skelly friend, and you get 2 4x6 prints each month. And just for $10, you get thanked a skeleton, and you get 2 4x6 prints and 1 8x10 print each month. And of course, I will write you letters with each print. You will get a lot of love and appreciation in helping me grow. And I also offer commissions. So full digital color piece is typically $50, and a black and white piece like these 2 are typically $40, but mention this event and you get $10 off. It's $5 for an extra character. May charge more complex. And if you're 18 plus, I'm open for not safe for work and gore. I will say I'm not super great at not safe for work, but you know, I'm open to it. Fully colored piece is going to be more like these 2 pieces right here of these. And then, yeah, you can shoot me a message on my website. I have a little contact me thing. My Instagram is at e.v.e.exe. And then, like on my website, oh, let me see. I'm going to stop sharing real quick and then reshare. There. Screen 2. There it goes. Okay. So yeah, you're on my website and you just scroll down. Here's the contact me right here. See, you'll send an email to me. And like on my website, there's a few other necklaces, like this gold piece. This one's 15. It has 14 karat gold chain, plated chain. And you know, have a little purple aurora and pink aurora quartz. Some autism friendly ones. Just some very fun goodies on my website. And I'm just slowly adding more. I was going to start doing all this year, and then everything shut down. So I was used to doing craft markets, so now I have to learn how to do online. But that's about it. Love, be kind to yourself and others. So that's it. Boop.
Thank you so much, Silver. You came in underneath 15 seconds to spare. Very nice job. I think the only person left is me. So I'm Mark Monlux. Oh, there's your timer. I'll set a timer for myself. So I like to draw cartoon reviews of movies. This is my second book out, Blockbusters. I'll be showing you what this looks like on the inside in just a moment. This is can be picked up for $12 at my store. I also have, like many of you, both a Redbubble account where you can get a lot of my cat pet portraitures on things like cups and mugs. You can find that in the doobly-doo. This is one of my physical items that I'm selling. It is an enamel pin of the killer clowns from outer space. That's been was my biggest seller last year before the pandemic crunched down around us. Now I want to show you, this is another one of my big seller, which is Obscure Movie Monster playing cards. And they have, like, this is Vincent Price as the Abominable Dr. Fives. Giant ants from them. Oh, wait a minute. I actually have all this on a screen. Let me show that real quick. Do a screen share, see how well that works out. Let's see. Do. Okay, so here's my screen share. I did, these all started off as an Inktober project where I just would draw a different forgotten horror movie monster every day for Inktober. And then over the course of the next year, I went in and would color one a day, or at least one a week. And then I had a deck and I did it as a Kickstarter, and boy, did I sell a lot of cards on the Kickstarter, and I was able to buy a bunch of extra inventory past that. Then what I was able to do is, these are what the inside of my books look like. A little 9-panel cartoon review. I try not to do any spoilers. Don't ask me about my first book. It's sold out. There's no more of them. I still have plenty of copies of my second book, and I actually have 2 other books hot, near completion right now. The second book was Blockbusters. Now I'm offering a deal. I'm doing 10 stickers for $10 based on this little convention promotion. And you can get the full set of 10 stickers and 4 magnets for $15. Now to get that deal, just contact me via my email, markmonlux@comcast.net, and we'll just do a quick PayPal, because that's not posted on my store. I'm doing all these hand gestures, and I realize I'm still screen sharing. So I just got into the mail today a magnet, and this is going to be the 5th magnet in my series. This is a little black cat that you can post them any old which way, and this is from a series of cat art that I did. Let me see if I can get that up and show to you. So my Redbubble account is nothing more than all these, during this last October, I drew a cat a day, and I was drawing all of my friends' pets because everybody was sending me pictures of their pets. So now I'm doing pet commissions, and I do have 1 slot left open this year for pet commissions. It's $120 for a digital file and $160 if you want with a print. Or you can hold out and wait to have your cat put up onto Redbubble and buy your cat on coffee mugs, etc. But you'll find links to both my, I have a Redbubble account, but all the merchandise that I've made myself, the books, the cards, you can get those through my Square site, which is in the link below. And you can also sign up, and I send me an email, and I'll add you on to a monthly mailing list, or you can support me via Patreon. And I'm now going to open up the microphone to everybody because my 5-minute timer just went off. That's how you do it, folks. Everybody open up your microphones and ask each other questions, because I know you're dying to ask questions.
Well, like for the first guy, Russ, I believe. I saw the Sorcerer Mickey drawing you did. Did you have that as a print, or is that just a commission that will never be bought again?
Let's see. He does them as sell artwork, and I think he also sells them as prints. If you send Russ an email, I'm sure he would arrange that up for you. He tends to sell the frames because they're a higher price point for him. And
oh yeah, I know. I just really like Sorcerer Mickey.
Well, you can ask him about Sorcerer Mickey. Is it pronounced Sorcerer or Sorcerer?
Sorcerer. You can just say Fantasia.
Okay, Fantasia Mickey. Yeah, just contact him and ask him. I'm sure he'll let you know what he has in stock.
Mm-hmm.
but he could only be here for the first part of the event because, like he said, he's working at the North Pole right now.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, any questions on Commission Con? How do you think it went?
I think I'm really embarrassed that I went too long and I ran out of getting to my main stuff, even though I practiced. But I apparently cannot do a complete history of everything I've done. But no, I thought it went well. Other than that, other than me completely screwing it.
I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. Or